Hey Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift and to Virgo's reading for November. Virgo, you're that energy that throughout this entire pandemic have been working hard on your craft. Whether you posted about it or not, you've been working diligently on your craft. I read a meme a week or two ago that said that 5 years from now, we will know who built their empire throughout this time and who just talked about it, tweeted about it, whatever. Nothing wrong with tweeting about it, Instagramming about it, posting about it, as long as it's real. And not because of other people, no one will remember. Everyone is busy they're up in their own ass. It's okay. For you, because you really care about results. You will not appreciate it if a year or two ago, Facebook will pop up memory from now about how you did this and did that, and you'll be like, oh, I actually didn't. It's not who you are. It's not your thing. Which is why you've been working. And Virgo, whether you see the fruits of your labor in the next 2 months or in the next 2 years or in the next 10 years, either way, what you did this year, mattered and will serve as the building blocks for your entire future, at least the next decade. This was a metonymy for the next decade, not in terms of the hardship that we went through as a collective, but in terms of the seeds you've planted and what you have created. Bottom of the deck, the Fool and Ace of Swords. Fantastic. Forgot the name of this deck. I just bought it. I'm in love with it. Mystic Dreamer, the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. We are initiating it. Why? Because I have this hunch that you are going to initiate something creative and meaningful and big. I don't know what that is. It's different to all of you. Maybe you worked on an album. Maybe you wrote your novel. Maybe you've written a business plan for your business company. I feel a whimsical sense to it. I feel a creative sense to it. But keep in mind, you can be a whimsical creative lawyer or an accountant. Maybe you're creating a different way of craft. Who else but you? And I can't wait for your announcements. I can't wait to see what great things you've worked on. I bet it's fan-fucking-tastical. So be reassured, if you're not seeing the results right now, that's okay. In order for a tree to grow really, really tall, the roots need to sink really, really deep in the ground. It's a work in progress. And even if you think you've finished it on the surface level, it's still going to go through several slight transformations. Not transformation, maybe sharpening it out, making it from good to great. It's the little things. You're going to have the pleasure of working on the little detail of whatever it is. You've already put in the bone structure. You've done like the hard, massive work. It's like you've built the home, now you just get to enjoy furnishing it, Oh, I've been waiting for the cards. Here we go. Justice, and the Knight of Cups. This is your good karma, Virgo. You're going to present yourself at your full glory, at your fullest potential. You're going to give center stage to your creative abilities. Knight of Cups here. And there's something about it that I feel is, it's big. It's more than just a fun story that you're working on. It's something meaningful. This might be something that you're doing with the purpose of making a change in your society, in our society. Could have to do some, in one way, shape, or form, to truth and justice. You want truth and justice in a way to be available to all. You want to bring it to the world like the God who gave fire to humans. It shouldn't be owned by the gods. Humans should have fire too. Never mind that he was hung for it. The hangman. It's also one of the stories behind the hangman. There are several. He was hung for it, and he was punished to have his eyes eaten by, I don't remember if it's a hawk, possibly, or a crow. Either way, it's unpleasant. And to die from it again and again and again, and experience a lot of suffering, but I don't think you want to go through that type of suffering for the sake of bringing truth and justice to people. I think you understand that this is not the world we are guided to live by. Page of Pentacles. No, you understand that this is a world where now, when you put in the effort and the work and the investment, you expect results. You're just patient. You understand that it might take time, and you're not expecting results immediately, but you're hopeful. You have strong belief in your conviction and what it is that you're doing. There might quite literally be a judge involved. I don't know if you're in the legal system in some way, shape, or form, or you just, judge sports games. Could be in any level. Either way, you want to do it the honorary way. There's a sense of dignity, strong sense of dignity coming out from this reading and from your energy, Virgo. The Moon and Two of Pentacles. And here we have the wolf in the middle that looks exactly like my late Oliver. How interesting. So, is the path I am taking the right one or the wrong one? Is it just or is it false? Sometimes you get a little bit insecure and overly conscious of yourself, and you start doubting, is this my true path, or am I supposed to do something else? Don't let your fears and your subconscious hold of traumas stir you away. I feel like you are on the right path, but something about this month, possibly caused by the lunar eclipse at the end of the month, will make you wonder. The path will split into two. The path will split into two, and you will need to possibly make a choice, and it will be meaningful. We have here, wow. Oh wow, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Death card. This is big. Some of you, my lovely Virgo, will be facing a life choice this month. You will be presented with, again, a choice that will quite literally alter your direction in life. I think that your choice that you will do, that you will make, or that you're guided to make, is not going to be at the expense of whatever this is you believe in and creating and want to progress to the world. More so, I think it will alter your life's circumstances 3D-ish. Where do you live? What is your 3D job? What do you study? Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Death card. I think some of you might fall into money. It's relative, more or less, but it will be enough to be meaningful and to allow you to progress in a field of some sort. Again, could be your craft that maybe was a little bit delayed so far due to karmic setbacks. Something that will allow you to invest in yourself or in what it is you do. There might be someone in your environment that you'll consider if you want to invest in them. This could be professional, this could be romantic. Do I want to invest either my resources and or my time and energy and care within this person? I think it will be a surprise dilemma. You won't see it coming. You won't necessarily be thinking right now, yeah, this is what I feel and this is what I'm wondering. I think it will kind of come up. So come back to this reading this month, later on this month. This season is meaningful. Libra Scorpio season, October, November. These past 2 months are meaningful for this. I feel like they are serving as a very pivotal moment where a lot is accomplished and a lot is gained, but also a lot is being renewed and starting. Okay, there are results coming in, and as you receive these results, you're also simultaneously starting something new. I feel like you're reaching a really good conclusion onto how to deal with your finances, and it pays off. Show me more about this for Virgo for November. Six of Swords. You might find yourself wanting to take a little bit of a break, time out, time off. This could be a weekend, a few days, where you're just kind of letting it all sink to make a decision. You're also moving away from an old psychological paradigm that you've been carrying from childhood to do with loss of some sort and feeling alone in the world. Two of Swords. Some of you have been, in a past lifetime, a refugee, an outcast, someone who had to make a big transition, be without, ostracized in some way, shape, or form, and you've been carrying it strongly into this life path. And I feel like you're strongly going to be guided to deal with it. I think the lunar eclipse at the end of the month, once again, is going to trigger the shit out of it. Something is going to trigger all these emotions up into the surface, not in ways of actually, you know, I don't think it's going to be like traumatizing. I'm not saying a tower moment that will actually hurt you as much as like either events or situations or energy or all of the above that will just trigger it up to the surface for you to emotionally deal with it. Now I have 3 twos here. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. What is missing? The 2 of Cups. Where is love? Love is across the sea, but not now, in a past lifetime. So you've been manifesting always a gap between you and your loved one. Because that's the biggest pain you're carrying and that your soul wants to heal. So it needs to be brought up to the surface to be dealt with emotionally from a secured place. Not like back then it was too dangerous, too much. You couldn't deal, you went into shock. But now you're relatively safer than what it is you feel like you are, right? So maybe, you know, you're not living too far away from that person, but energetically and emotionally it feels like there's a huge gap, right? You're carrying the frequency of it, but the reality might be showing something a little bit different. So time to align how you feel and how you sense the energy to the present reality and not bring forth what was just in the name of constantly trying to heal it. Just deal with it, sit with it, with that fear, with that pain, that sense of separation, and like you'll never find your person, or you'll never be able to unite with your person, or there will always be a mountain or an ocean between you. No, there won't. And if there is now, it's something that can definitely be bridged. Maybe this month you'll be planning some sort of travel to connect with someone for the sake of that. And psychologically it will all feel impossible because of what you're carrying. But if you'll sit with it and actually test the realistic aspect of it, you'll be like, oh, it's actually not that complicated. Oh, it's actually possible. This is for just a few of you maybe. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Yeah. I feel like some of you will be facing a choice of either doing something or not doing something for the sake of love. 3 of Cups, union. Yep. Okay. Some difficulty in integrating. It's too many cards. There is resistance. Spiritual resistance, again, because of this, of whatever it is I'm tapping into that you're carrying with you. No, it's impossible. No, the gap is too big. No, I will drown on the way there. You're not in a rocky boat anymore. It's okay. We're not in those times anymore. And you will tell me, have you forgotten about C19? Have you forgotten about this? Have you forgotten about that? Of course it's still impossible. No, it's not. You can go into your car, you can go on an airplane, and you can travel. It's not as easy. There are some sort of challenges, but it's not impossible. Okay, if that's your case, this doesn't have to be your case. But if you're terrified about traveling that is for work or for any reason, don't. The air here is the air there. Whatever you do here to be cautious, you can do there to be cautious. Unless you're going to a third world country. I don't know. I don't know your story, but just be reasonable. The moon here, the 2 of Swords here, you can very easily drown in your fears and in your paranoia, and your psyche can take over. No, don't let it. One more card, please, for Virgo for November. Okay. The Fool. I have the Fool and the Death card and the same reading. And in the corners right here and over here we have the Moon and the Justice. Wow. Wow. This is a powerful karmic restart. Your higher self is pressing a button. I feel like your finances are going to be very different moving on, especially as Jupiter will enter Aquarius next month. There is a sense of reincarnation here. The message is, in one way or another, they will be back with you. In one way or another, they will come back to you. Okay? I'm not getting a how, what, when, where exactly, of course. It's probably just for a few of you. But, if you lost someone and you feel like they are a guide to you, they're very much kind of guiding you at this time. So really listen to signs, dreams, serendipity, messages that come to you, in interesting, creative ways by the universe, okay? I think I'm seeing a lot of preparations this month, and then towards the end of the month, there's some sort of big change, big movement, big transition, huge one. You're going from one thing to another, a completely different lifestyle, I believe, and it is due to a change of resources, but deeper than that, some big karmic cycle that is resolved. This is a big reading, guys. This is very, very meaningful. I am totally continuing this in your extended. I will focus on the love romance aspect of it. We will look deeper into you and your person of interests, both mind and heart space, the dynamic, the interaction, and how things unfold throughout the month, and we will finish up with messages from the Celtic runes. I also rearranged the cards. It's a new spread, and then I rearranged a card in numeric aspect. There's a lot of fun going on there. You can find it both on Patreon and on Vimeo. I would love for you to check out Patreon, because other than unlimited streaming of all the extendeds, it's not just for this month, it's also for past months. And also it includes other extra VIP content just for my patrons. So check it out, but it's also still available on Vimeo, so up to you. Guys, with that being said, if you seek to study tarot or simply go through a spiritual shamanic journey, I've created a tarot masterclass bunkai. Bunkai is a term for martial arts, an ancient term in Japanese that means secret and hidden applications. So I don't just teach the on the surface, translation of the cards. It's also all the deeper layers, the energetic, the spiritual, the psychological, the archetypes, the occult systems. You have your numerology, you have your astrology, you have your Kabbalah. It's really infinite. And I've created an entire online library. It's like an Akashic Records for tarot. 90 pre-recorded classes. You can rent them or buy them separately or all together. It really depends on what you dig. You can just rent the first episode for $2, see how it clicks for you, and then have them all if you feel inclined to do so. I'd love to have you join, my group of very intense students that I'm very, very proud of. And you can take it at your own time and space because it's pre-recorded, so you can watch them whenever you want, how many times you want. Okay? Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, press the bell button to receive notifications. Find me on Instagram as the Existential Shift. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I love you. And happy November. Bye for now.